Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Everything as a Wrestling Promo with your mostly Healy host, Mr. Mark Tuff. And here I am. You may be asking yourself, why in the hell are you wearing sunglasses inside? It's a great question. I would respond with, why the hell do most wrestlers walk around with wet hair to the wrestling ring? It's all about a certain look, a certain persona that you are trying to exude to the audience, to connect to create either a superstar quality or something a little different, something that makes you stand out. Now, to most of the Twitter, YouTube, social media universe, I'm a semi-entertaining guy that you guys don't know anything about, that is from the Northeast. And what you may not know about me is that I'm also a brand and marketing expert, an entrepreneur, a person who's been involved in helping get many businesses off the ground or rolling and helping start my own businesses and projects and community organizations and grassroots efforts. And I've helped lead efforts to market and brand cities and businesses and all sorts of fun things. Now, people ask me, how did you develop this natural ability to be able to tell the story, to create a persona for a company or an effort or an organization? And you know what my answer is? It's very simple. My response is professional wrestling. I say, what do you mean professional wrestling? What I mean is growing up a wrestling fan allowed me to become an expert in understanding how to connect with audiences. Now, if you break it down, each wrestler is like their own micro business, right? You got Hulk Hogan, you got Roddy Piper, you got Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels. Each has their own personality, whether it's breaking the chicks' hearts and a bad boy who throws his best friend for the barbershop glass window, whether it's a wholesome good guy like Hogan before he became Hollywood, whether it's the crazy, wired, good guy, bad guy, flip-flop Roddy Piper. All these guys had a different color scheme. They had a certain look, their hair, a certain length, a certain body girth, a certain way they talked, all crazy like Roddy Piper, or woo, like Ric Flair, man, so cool, so smooth, so above everybody else, right? And so I started watching these larger-than-life characters in television, and I think the 5 to 10-year-old self started thinking beyond what I was just seeing on the screen. I started kind of gaining an appreciation for the babyface and heel characters and why they were a certain way and why and how they were eliciting reactions from the crowd. And, as things developed in my life and as I became interested in storytelling and journalism and branding and marketing as it came to be, I looked back and I was like, you know what? I think I learned everything I knew from professional wrestling. That's an interesting thought. Because nowadays, or actually back in the day, you used to have like these cartoon character type guys. You had Nails, who was an ex-convict. You had the Big Boss Man. You had the Goon and kind of these hokey characters. But they were like their own individual character, their own individual brand. They had their own story to them. And for me, getting involved in trying to create a story around a company, around a community movement, became very natural because I was watching it my entire life with all these different superstars, especially on WWE television. And so if you think about it, if you boil it down, each of these guys has a certain magic to them. And that's where I learned it. That's how I learned. And I would ask anybody who is maybe challenged on, why they watch wrestling. Like my dad used to say, this is so stupid. Why do you watch this? You can't get anything out of it. It's too dumb. You're getting dumber watching this. Well, I said, no. I actually learn a lot by watching it. And I think I've proven that right over the years. And he's come to respect it because I can explain these things. Whereas maybe before, when I was 9 years old or 13 and Sable was stripping on Monday Night Raw, I probably couldn't explain it as well then. Well, actually, when I heard him coming downstairs, I probably switched the channel. But that's besides the point. There's lots to learn from pro wrestling about branding and marketing. And that's just some of the takeaways that I had. There's so many more, but it's too late for me to think very clearly about those things right now. Daddios. So, branding and marketing, wrestlers. Do you guys see the same thing that I do? I think it's fairly obvious, but for anybody paying attention, I think that all you hiring gurus in the HR world, you should start asking in your interviews whether people watch pro wrestling, because I guarantee you that if they watch wrestling, they have a natural knack for branding, creating characters, and storytelling. That's my story, and I'm sticking and owning to that. All right, daddios? We'll see you next time.